Hey Google, set a timer for 7 minutes.
All right, 7 minutes. And we're starting now.
Ready, steady, go. This week I thought it was around 250 weeks since I joined Slimming World, so I was thinking it must be somewhere around my 250th weigh-in. And they're consecutive weigh-ins because I haven't missed one for, well, any of the weeks since I've been going. So I spoke to Naomi about it last night. We were having a text conversation and she texted me this morning and said, "You joined on the 2nd of May 2015 and today was your 252nd consecutive weigh-in." Now what made me smile about this was my joining weight at Slimming World was 13 stone 8. I'd already lost about 8.5 stone when I joined, and this week with a loss of £4 I weigh 9 stone 8. My lowest recorded weight at Slimming World was a 5 stone loss, so 8 stone 8. I don't think I really want to go back to 8 stone 8. I would like to be a bit less than I am today. I'm aiming to get back into target, so £5 out of target at the moment. It was interesting in the week because Joe was looking at my BMI and I had gone out of a healthy BMI. And what struck me was the minute I go out of a healthy BMI, I go out of a normal weight range and I become overweight, and I don't want that word, or obese, or morbidly obese attached to my name anymore. I've been that all my life, I don't want to be that anymore. So at 9 stone 8, Joe has just checked my BMI and I think I was 24.6, which is back in a healthy weight range. So that's been interesting this week, and I do feel a bit of relief. First of all, I feel a bit relieved to have a £4 weight loss. And the one thing two things I've changed this week. I've gone back to 1 healthy extra A, because when I lost the weight originally I did it with 1 healthy extra A because that was the plan at the time. And I have surprised myself because I haven't missed the second one. And also I was in the habit of drinking sugar-free, the Diet Monster, the energy drinks, which I love. But then I found I was waking up with a headache every morning until I drank one of the Monsters and the headache would then go away, and it just didn't feel right, even though I really, really like the orange one and the purple one and the blue one. But yeah, that was not doing me any good. So Naomi was interested yesterday she feels there is a correlation between drinking some of these diet drinks and holding on to weight. And she came to me after I'd weighed in yesterday and she said to me, "How did it go giving up the Monsters?" And yeah, maybe that is what's helped, but having 1 healthy extra A I think has helped me too. Even though I don't intend to stay with that forever, I want to go back to 2 eventually, but having 1 at the moment is fine. I'm not missing the second one. This week, one of the interesting things we did was, I'm always interested in walking and calorie counting and steps recorded and that sort of thing. I love numbers and statistics. And I know a lot of my friends will say, "Oh, I did such and such a walk and on my phone it said I burnt so many 100 calories or whatever." And I'm fascinated. No, actually I'm not fascinated, that's not the right word. I find it very strange that something in your handbag or something in your pocket can record how many calories you've burnt. So I talked to Joe about it, how is the best way to do this. And Joe actually has a heart rate monitor which you strap onto your chest, and it has a thing that reads your, I suppose it's your electrics really, but it reads your heart rate and everything as you're walking. You have an app on your phone, you leave your phone at home, you wear this heart rate monitor strapped to your chest. It's not uncomfortable because it's elasticated and you adjust it to your size so that the reading monitor bit's in the right place on your chest. And you do whatever you're doing, you do your workout, you do your cycling, you do your walking, you do whatever. So I borrowed it one day this week and Joe set me a thing up on the app. And we literally left the phone on top of the microwave in our kitchen and we went out for our usual hill walk. Now our hill walk I think is about 3.5, 4 miles, maybe 3 miles. I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 4 miles. It takes about an hour and a quarter and we don't walk slowly. And I don't get particularly puffy and out of breath, but I do feel the difference as we go up the hills. So wore the heart rate monitor, recorded the whole thing. it showed at different stages in the walk how my heart rate went up and down, and you could see where the hills were, which was really interesting. But the highest rate my heart rate went to was 99 beats a minute. I think my resting heart rate is in the 50s. So it went to 99, and that was at the hardest parts, at the steepest hills. Now I don't think that is really even in a proper fat burning rate. I think you've got to get it probably over 100 or 110 to get into fat burning. But it was an interesting exercise, and when we got home it recorded me walking through the door, and then it said on the stats and the heart rates and everything else, all the information we needed so you could actually map the walk as I went up the hills and everything. It took 1 hour and 13 minutes and I burned 305 calories. Now that's a bit surprising. I will confess I expected it to be a bit more, but I'm happy with that. So I know that whenever I do that walk I'm burning approximately 300 calories. I'll try it again in the week and get a second reading. And I'd be interested to actually ask Joe if he would wear it and see what reading he gets, because he's got so much more muscle than me that I wonder if that makes you burn more calories. I don't know the science of these things, but he's so much fitter than me in that way. I have very little muscle for a little old lady of 63. I'm proud of it. But yeah, so I don't know the science behind all that, but I do know it was an interesting exercise. I got a lot out of doing that and believing it, whereas if my phone had said you burnt 305 calories, I wouldn't have believed my phone, because it just doesn't seem like it's connected to me. So all in all, it's been a good week. There's been a few stresses this week, but you have to deal with those. My mum's been poorly all week, but bless her, she's getting better. And yeah, 1 or 2 things have occurred. But I'm just so chuffed that 252 weeks at Slimming World and no intention of stopping. This plan is definitely for me. Okay, time is up. Bye.